Glad you could join us. Now, to begin with, some residents of Mamprobi Alaji are threatening to embark on a demonstration if city authorities do not move in to complete the construction of a drainage system in the area. Some buildings at the edge of the drainage system are being washed away, as deep gullies around the drainage system are also compounding the woes of residents. They've been speaking with Joy News' Maxwell Agbagba.
The construction of drainage system, usually it's good news to residents, but the construction of a drainage system that runs through Alaji here is rather wreaking havoc on the people who live here in this community. A lot of them are complaining that gradually their homes are being washed away by running water. And in fact, we've been here for about 30 minutes just to look at the stands of erosion here caused by heavy rains. And in fact, we can report that there's heavy erosion going on here as a result of the uncompleted drainage system here. This toilet facility you can see here, we are told collapsed some days ago because of the serious erosion happening here. I have some of the residents around here with me. They are threatening to demonstrate in the coming days if government does not move in to fix or to complete this drainage system. I have one of them here. He has a lot of knowledge about the ongoing construction. Yeah, he's going to give us details about this project. Daddy, your name and then you're welcome to join us.
Okay, my name is Joseph Asari.
Now, can you give us some insights into the construction of this project?
This project was purposely mooted by the former AMA Chief Executive, Honorable Alfred Badapoy. At the time when he started the project, we definitely decided to tell him that this project can never be completed within 3 months' time. But he made us to understand that he was the one in charge and he will complete it before the election. Unfortunately, they were not able to complete it. They started the project, and after 2-3 months, they abandoned the project. The contractor who came from Swedro, we chased him to Swedro, and he made us to understand that the project that he has done had not been paid. Therefore, he will come back unless the money that he was expecting has been paid to him. He came later in October, some period up to getting to election time, and that was the end. But before this project started, we were not facing this problem at this particular area. It was Mr. Honorable Vanderpool who came here to make us to understand that he was going to give us a modern drainage which will be covered, and on top we can use it as road. Look at my container. The container has been destroyed because the contractor brought a grader, and the grader destroyed my container without even saying sorry. Nothing has been paid to me, nothing has been done to us. Every time we went to AMA, when this current government came, we went to AMA, they made us to understand that this project was never embodied in their administrative project. Therefore, we should go back and tell the person who mooted the project. We went to Vanderpool. Vanderpool made us to understand that he is no more going to do anything, but rather the government of the day should continue. So who is going to continue the project? Okay. If the project is not done...
If you say Vanderpool, you're talking about the former mayor. The former mayor.
The former mayor, who is now the MP for Abrek Masaf. It means they purposely came here to do this to fool us, just because they wanted us to vote for them, and they have failed us. And this is not the time for them to come and tell us stories.
Now, we have a lot of the residents gathered here. I can count. Some of them are at the other side, about 30 of them, 40 of them. Now, Mommy, tell me, what are some of the challenges that you're going through? It's quite ironic for me to hear that this drainage system has rather, compounded your woes here. This drainage system has rather, brought so much trouble to you rather than alleviating the flooding situation here. What is the problem with this uncompleted?
That was Maxwell Agbagba there speaking with some residents of the Chorkor Alaji area. And like we said earlier, they have been threatening to demonstrate. Now, a member of Parliament for Ablekuma South, Alfred Vanderpool, who you heard them refer to, is pleading with the residents not to demonstrate as they threatened. Now, Mr. Vanderpool, who is also former Accra mayor and who's watched the construction of the drainage system started, says the project stalled after his party lost power. Mr. Vanderpool says he will continue to negotiate for the current mayor to complete the project.
So let me appeal to the residents. There is no need to demonstrate. The point is that we should get to the point where we to come back to do this project. It's very important. It's for the community. This community is not NDC or MP. It's Ghanaian. So we need to continue this project. So I want to appeal to AM that they should come back to the site and continue, so that we can get the project done. Not just this one, but many others. That seems to be abandoned. I want to hope that it's not completely abandoned. Maybe they were looking into things, but they need to come back. We need to come back to it because the rains are coming. You know, for over a year and a half now, we haven't returned to site. I believe that if the contractors were here by now, they would have completed it.
Let's deal with issues having to do with sanitation, because some traders say operators of a toilet facility behind their wares dislodge fecal matter into a gutter, leaving a pungent smell in the area. They allege the operators dislodge at dawn each morning, and this is exposing them to diseases. One of the traders tells Joy News some of them contract a cholera and other diseases. Several complaints to the operators of the toilet facility and city authorities have yielded no results. Komla Adum has more.
This is Agbogboloshi Market, one of the capital's most popular foodstuff hubs. In this market, sanitation is such a big deal that the slightest rain exposes these insanitary conditions. Few meters from where I stand, a truckload of tomato boxes are being offloaded amidst slight drizzles. The stench emanating from the drains is overbearing, and we are told a toilet facility sited at the Nsima station is dislodged at dawn by operators into the drains. Traders here are tired of complaining.
And so be a toilet in the mass station home be almost on one side no be a toilet above 4 o'clock no be a toilet no had their fat
The toilet operator opens the fecal waste every dawn and the feces run through the drains. It's unbearable.
They say attempts to get operators of a facility to stop dislodging into the drains sometimes result in confrontations. This visibly agitated occupant complains the pipes which supply water to the area get entangled with fecal matter.
The pipe which carries the water to our homes lie in the gutters which flow with feces every dawn.
The residents lament several complaints to city authorities have yielded no results.
So toilet I do to say 7:30 time no mobile and upper 7:30. So my areas hanging.
We fall sick every time. We've told them several times to stop, but they just wouldn't listen.
Got and say small got and got a casebia. So mobile baby omoto in the mama cataracts so beyond Timintina. Nay, my area. So got and so no pipe in our got a catch almost when you got an or you pipe in your so many. As you got report to Momono. Anyway, for me, Mancas and Mikoho, Mukono, no, Missy Dabi,
I personally went to the AMA, but we are yet to see any action.
After hearing these complaints, we traced the stench to the toilet facility. Of course, very cautious of the terrain, my camera technician would steal some shots before he is noticed by a bunch of hostile-looking bystanders.
So who are you managing? So that okay, don't at the front there. You have some.
Here at the facility, the attendant, sporting a pair of ripped jeans and a polo shirt, goes in to call his master, but returns to tell us the man says he is asleep.
Baba Mrs. Sia, one will be home. Away from Wada. Okay. Let's see.
Alex is conducting business as usual, and residents troop in one after another. Toothbrush in hand, a sponge dish, a bucket, and here they pay 1 cedi to get a tissue to use in the toilet. It's still barely midday and more residents are pouring in to use the toilet facility. From all indications, it's commonplace for residents to wake up and before they head for the market, this is their first port of call.
This is the Nzima station of the Agbogbloshie market, and right behind me is the place of convenience where many people have been using. We made effort to speak to the operator of this particular facility, but he was unwilling to speak to us.
Back at the foodstuff sales point, the traders display their wares as the rains cease, with hope that customers will trickle in to make purchases, even while the drains close to their wares remain heavily choked with human excreta, organic and inorganic waste materials. Komla Adom, Joy News, Agbogbloshie, Accra.
So hours after Joy News aired this story about the activities of the toilet facility operator, the Environmental and Health Department of the Accra Metropolitan Assembly moved in to shut down the facility. Joy News' Komla Adom went back to the facility and reports a shutdown notice has been posted at the entrance of the facility while the entrance has been clamped down. We'll be bringing you the complete package of that. But his second visit did not come easy as the operator of the illegal facility, one of our angrily engaged Komla Adom. Let's see what exactly transpired there.
Friday, complaints. The people all over the but even this morning, the Samba had almost said has been sold again. So the said he can come.
Shower and toilet. Each of them will I think it's the toilet. You don't say you pretend and ask you pretend. No, but non convention with the honey pollution as a hand of the pollution can move because maybe I win. There's almost confirmed barometer as if you will see the procedure and INT. And I was not making anything.
From your perspective,
no, which means I'm going to frame. So, a mom rabbit was a idea. You see, they are closer than seeing procedure.
Oh, okay.
Because the information of the man, one can buy and the man verify say no plan as in your prep. So what are you talking about?
Okay, so what is your concern right now? You see, I know. What's your problem?
Maybe problem is I don't know why, but I won't dream back with a man knows and say, well, I'm in therapy and I want to be I didn't know so Friday, maybe I complain on the man. Most of my man verify say, and no crown as in your prep.
I feel good. When I'm here, Alex, I'm catching time to see you like catching the money. that was the reason I was supposed to speak to my PSA. This is the thing. What do you have to say?
And I'm opening my email. So you should have come with the email to me. Yes, one of my bank account, the home who you must make who examine the count you.
Okay, but you can tell us what you do.
No, nothing. I'm a friend from the church, but I'm moving to some movie.
But I'm not basically just a title.
So what you just saw was my colleague Komla Domin, an exchange of words with the operator of the illegal facility 1 Wofayao. But let's hear Komla as he gives us the account of what we just saw.
The toilet facility right opposite where I stand has been shut down. There's a notice. This facility is closed down until further notice by AMA, Metro Environmental Health Department. That's what is pasted on the toilet facility here inside Nzima market of the Agbogloshi market. But the bathhouse is operational nonetheless. So that's the situation here at the Nzima market of Agbogloshi.
Komla visiting the Chorkor Alaji area there. Now, you must remember that Komla first of all visited that area on Friday, and the story aired this morning, after which the Agbogloshi markets, pardon me, after which the AMA moved into the area. Most of those shots there were stolen shots by the cameraman, so pardon the nature of the shots with the shaking camera and what have you. But let's move on and stay with issues related to our health now, because the Minister of Health, Kweku Agyemang-Manu, says governments will soon come up with a policy that will deepen the fight against drug abuse in the country. Speaking at an international agency consultative forum on strategies for countering counterfeit drugs and substance abuse, Mr. Manu outlined some threats of drug abuse and its effects on the country. He mentioned loss of revenue, loss of productivity, child exploitation, and increasing crime rate.
The recent issues on the abuse of drugs, including tramadol and codeine, has become a national threat which requires a concerted effort by all stakeholders to curb it. The effects of drug abuse on the individual, society, and the nation at large includes, but not limited to, the following: loss of revenue. The nation loses money in the form of tax to cater for drug addicts at the psychiatric hospitals, prisons, and rehab centers. Loss of productivity. These victims become inefficient at workplaces. They result in less and less production. Child exploitation. In some neighborhoods, younger children are recruited as lookups and drug peddlers because of the lighter sentences given to juvenile offenders. The current upsurge of kidney problems, their related costs of treatment. Crime rates will definitely increase. Combating counterfeit medicines and drug abuse is everyone's responsibility, from government, industry, policymakers, civil society, the media, and right down to individual consumers. On the part of government, we have quite recently launched the antimicrobial resistance policy, as well as its national action or implementation.
You're still watching Joy News today with Daniel Daze. Still up ahead in the bulletin, we'll be taking you through our Survivor series. And today we bring in the story of a fufu pounder who, despite meager earnings, spends so much just to survive in the capital on a daily basis. That and many other stories coming up in this bulletin of Joy News today. Don't go anywhere. Thanks for staying with us. Now, in our Survivor series today, we tell you the classic story of a fufu pounder who earns very little from his job, but needs to spend so much just to survive a day in Accra. Join us, Jojo Kobna has the rest of the story.
You dey walk, oh, you dey pray, you dey push, oh, every day. You dey try, oh, no be play.
Accra stay by plan. If you're not familiar with this phrase, then it simply means if you fail to plan in Accra, then life will be very hard for you.
But your heart too never pay. And you think say God is not there for your side. And you want to find a...
For 15 years, he has been at this job, pounding fufu for local eateries, popularly called chop bars, to eke out a living. This was after many failed jobs. His work starts at 9 a.m. till 5 p.m. It's an exacting task. Solomon sweats daily to put food on the table for his wife and 3 children. At the end of the daily hustle, he is rewarded 30 to 50 cedis. He marvels at how he balances the family budget daily, providing for education, health, clothing, and the general well-being of the family.
Also pes onye bi obetimi so awo me di 50 me di 20 amount na me kata me di 10 asiamo na me di 20 atum susu.
You say father please no forget you.
Solomon has given up on government's promise to create jobs. To him, his only help comes from God.
Vesen o me dirim say me person ya me bo am na me nya ska na me timi si dan na me timi hwe me maame ni me yere ni me mma na me ba so me timi hwe mu no mu school. Me mantimi go school. But
with the invention of the fufu pounding machine, he may soon lose his job. Thoughts of growing old and not achieving his fishing in life is distressing.
Mama me sha me mama brete say the way am so me mama ne papa anhwama me baby sana wo ma adwemu na me nim se me yia abeye din to say amame.
Meet Rose, Solomon's wife. She sells boiled eggs for a living at Adabaka in Accra. The petty trading is done just close to a kiosk which serves as a living and bedroom for the family. The business is usually quite slow. On a good business day, she manages to squeeze profit of 10 to 12 cedis. But on bad days, she gets nothing.
I am yasi adana aneya kupo ama me ho kire me sa. Na na masase ade ya kupo pen na oye. Metada kom ba ayana yemya. Na minibi mbeye ne dey na mafa ne sa tara mitimi enum nsu eda
na o mani omu nsu
o mani de me pebi mom eda kurana da me wonya no me wo mana obi abechem tusiri seje ana obi de meka no sada na obetua no na me de atobibi ama na ma dia.
Poverty can really be frustrating. So frustrating that these parents cannot even take a joke from their children.
At times, says go, I'm kind of a year, mom. Says, can you handle me before? Says, can you handle me before? Let's go on me beside me, mom, so I'm on top. This is and I say, farm like say, die a farm like no matter try, mom.
And that only be no before.
Na omo kan mesi mebo unima water my crowd me titi metumi kasa kyerɛ mo wonim hɔ ta mayɛ koraa nka wongyina hɔ ha me na bɔ w'ani so mu
menni bi a ɔkaeɛ a memamfa na bɔ no nkyɛn na mɛbɔ no saa yɛ meya sɛ nni kwan sɛ mɛbɔ no so da wi a ɔyɛɛ no ayɛ meya na mɛbɔ no.
Rose breaks down how she spends her money daily.
Watora omaya 125, tora omaya 150, tora omaya 10 cedi. O anduru baby okora we mumienu, moje kwa school kra enso. 10 cedi na me de 5 na ma we na me de 4 na ma we. Anapano. Ewi anka anapano nko. Enti mi ana mefa kwan a ba nye bi na me ni we adidi na omo pomba na omo asan abedidi.
Hannah is 8 years. Gruni is 11. They are happy children. To them, their parents are rich, and it's because their needs are met daily.
First, not on Pabua, Sisia, Ofu, Lamanusu, Oto Anka, Nkanusu, Neboedi, to Otongos, not on Nimin, Tiankan, Neboedi, to Otongosiape, say a Kofumano, a Kofankan.
But as young as they are, they recalled threats of eviction and demolishing of their kiosk to make way for a church. In the month of June and July, the rainy season will begin. But to the children, it presents a bad memory because their roof leaks.
Baby said, you baby, a crocodile, if I need a crocodile. And I'm double tickler. Is your time for Nebako? Is your bar? Yeah, down. I have to say, a big go for money and fire in your manity. Yeah, the buckets, your name, and Sonny Gusso, and Sonny no. Tia Beda in chain.
In spite of harsh economic life, the Wafula family keep body and soul together. They are survivors.
Definitely a touching story. Now, moving on, health professionals are cautioning Muslims who have chronic diseases to refrain from taking part in the upcoming Ramadan fast, which begins next week. Medical counselor Amina Al-Hassan cites people living with HIV who are on antiretrovirals. She says patients on other forms of medication must consult their physicians to determine their status. Madam Al-Hassan spoke to Love News at a health screening exercise for Muslims at Abu Abu ahead of the start of Ramadan.
So whoever feels fit to do it should come to the hospital and find out how they will take their medication, because the regimen is 12 hourly. You understand? They should come to the hospital and then with their counselors and doctors, so that if it's recommended, they do. Allah knows best. You know, if you can't, don't force it. You have to eat before you take your medication. So
the Ramadan health screening was presided by Health Walk to encourage residents to keep fit. It was organized by the Muslim Health Workers Association of Ghana to encourage community members to take control of their health in such crucial period of the religious life. People on medication should consult their physician before the fast, but people with HIV generally are not recommended to fast because of their medication. Dr. Aisha Ali Isaka said members seek to create awareness about religion and health.
They will talk about all their problems, and then we have some medicines that we'll give out to them. We're also doing eye screening, because some people who have eye diseases tend not to apply their medications during fasting, and we want to educate them with that, and also pick up, some preventable eye conditions like cataracts and glaucoma. So all these are some of the reasons we decided to do this program.
Some beneficiaries of the free screening for various ailments spoke to Love News. I've been diagnosed. They have written some medications for me to buy. God bless them. I am feeling very weak, but I'm a lot better now because I've had some medications. I'm very grateful to this organization.
Ramadan Mubarak to all Muslims who will be embarking on the fast. Now it's time for business news with Emmanuel Abwajibiafi. Stay with us.